Kuckians! Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Welcome to TEAtorial Tuesday. Today we are going to be doing TEAtorial Tuesday. This is different from normal Talktorial Tuesdays. Normally Talktorial Tuesday is me just chatting about my life, which some of you care about. Today is TEAtorial Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about a couple kind of smaller things I really didn't care about as much to make like an entire video, but things that people have been asking my opinion on. There are two main topics today, and that is going to be Spill's newest video, where Spill kind of explains like where the Spill universe started, and John Kuckians' apology video. We are also going to be using the new Pat McGrath Mothership 6 palette. I bought this bad boy for myself because I hit 50,000 subscribers, and you don't get a plaque at that point, so this is the best I have. So this is going to be what we're playing with. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of mattes in her palettes. I guess that's not unfortunate because I buy them for the shimmers. I definitely do not buy them for the mattes, but it does kind of limit what you can do with just this palette. So this is definitely going to be a very like glittery look. And yeah, we're just gonna be playing with this. I'll let you guys know what I think. I can already tell you I really enjoy it. However, it's not worth the price. So we're just going to be diving right in. Let's get started. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we'll get chatting. Okay, so I'm just going to be going in this sort of light orange shade. This is so fall. Like, this is so perfect for fall. Fall colors. I'm gonna go in with that shade with a really, really light hand and just kind of put that in my crease. If the wind blows against this window, it makes a really obnoxiously loud noise. It sounds like someone's banging on the window. So I promise nobody's banging on my window that I'm aware of. It's just the wind. Anyway, so today's video, let's talk about Spill first, because I feel like that's the one I have more opinions on. For those of you that haven't been following like the Spill saga, I did do an entire video about it, and Petty Page also has kind of a series talking about everything from her perspective and what she found out. And recently Spill put out kind of a second video discussing how their channel got started, and it seemed like they were a lot more thorough in this second video, a lot more honest. And I kind of just, a lot of you guys were asking what I thought about it, so here's what I think. Basically, Spill explained that they are a branch of a much bigger corporation who is hooked up with a bunch of different like things. So the guy who started the company had kind of a up and down to get where he is. Like, he started at one place, it didn't work out, started another company, didn't work out, started this company, which is the one that Petty Page discovered was started like 6 years ago. And this specific company has been doing a ton of different stuff within their company, which is common. Like, companies usually don't just do one thing, especially media companies, because like, why would you? So basically what they're saying is that Spill kind of just an extension of what they were already doing at the corporation, and what they were trying to do. This part I don't really believe, but they made a whole thing about how they were like trying to like take what their employees were interested in and make them have fun at work so they could make really fun content that they were interested in. I don't really buy that. I think I don't buy that part. I don't think that the person was like, hey, let's take a gamble and, you know, make drama videos because you guys are interested in them. I think he was probably more likely like, drama channels are getting a ton of views on YouTube. We're trying to make money on YouTube now. Like, let's get in on this. I think that's more likely what happened, but even still, it's like, it's the same story. And they also discussed how people were calling them out for their monetization thing, and they addressed why they didn't request manual reviews for monetization. They addressed basically everything. They were very thorough. It was like a 40-minute video. In my personal opinion, what Spill is doing right now, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm gonna go in with this red shade right here, and I know that might be an unpopular opinion. I don't see how, even if they are a corporation, using their resources and using, you know, what their skill set is to create content, I don't really see a huge issue with that. Even if they're a corporate, like, I don't see a huge problem with that. The problem I do have is with the fact that they just lied in the first place. Because this video basically proved that their whole BS story about being a passion project amongst friends, like, that's not the tea. And I think that's the biggest problem I have is, like, why not just be honest in the first place? I think they were definitely still trying to, even with that video where they're supposedly coming clean, I think they were still trying to maintain a sense of, we are just, you know, just like you, we're just people. And at the end of the day, the people running Spill are people. However, they're also a corporation. Like, you can't deny the fact that, like, they stemmed from a corporation. Petty Page and a bunch of other channels, like, clocked this. And it kind of just has to come down to, like, now that this is out in the open, like, what are you okay with as a viewer? Like, personally, I don't really see a huge issue with it because, as I said in my previous video about it, I don't really think it negatively impacts drama channels the way that drama channels might think it will. I could be wrong. I don't think it's going to impact people like that. I think they're making a different type of content that nobody else is making. So even if they are a corporation, like, okay, they're using their skill sets as journalists, animators, they're using their resources to produce that type of content. Do I think people should be comparing drama channels to channels like Spill? No. They have infinitely more resources than most drama channels or commentary channels or channels in general because they stem from a bigger corporation. So I don't think that comparing should be going on, but again, now that they've cleared it all up, I'm like, I don't really see anything wrong with what they're doing. I just wish they'd been honest about it in the first place, because now I'm just kind of sus about them. Because now I'm like, why'd you even lie in the first place? Like, it makes me feel like there's more to the story. I don't necessarily think they're like YouTube plants, but I definitely am like sus. Like, I'm like, why? Why did you even lie if it was like this innocent story that you're claiming it is now? Like, if it was like a rags to riches story of your boss, like, why was there even a lie in the first place? So that's kind of my ending. That's kind of the end of the Spill saga. I don't think we're gonna see a lot more from this unless it's like gonna blow up, which if Petty Page is involved, I would believe it will. I'm gonna go in with this deeper matte brown. We have now used all the mattes with a more like prickly brush. I'm just gonna blend that into the outer corner, you guessed it. But I'd be interested to know your guys' opinions. Like, why do you think they lied in the first place? That's what I'm so curious about. Is like, why did you eat, why? Explain it to me, Spill, okay? In your little Spill universe. And then we have John Kuckian. I really like don't enjoy talking about John Kuckian anymore because a lot of his stuff that goes on with him is just so negative and awful. And like, I know a lot of stuff I cover is, but it just like is exhausting trying to keep up with him. And for the most part, he's been pretty much off of YouTube recently, which I think has been honestly amazing. I think it's been great. Probably good for him, probably good. It's definitely good for us, like good. Like, why didn't you just stay? I know he didn't just stay off, it's because he needs to make money. That's my thing though with YouTubers sometimes, is they have these big, huge scandals and then they come back and I'm like, why did you even come back? Like Brooke Houts, the girl that like abused her dog and uploaded it to YouTube like an idiot, like who's just a disgusting person. Like, she's making apology videos expecting to come back to YouTube. Like, just leave YouTube at that point. Leave the internet. There are certain things you're just not gonna come back from, and I don't know why people keep trying it. Like, it's so strange to me. I'm gonna go in with this sort of deep, sort of like coppery shade right here. I think that's gonna look really pretty. This purple is beautiful. I'll swatch it for you really quick. Like, are those not so pretty? So pretty. I love. Okay, I'm gonna try a hypothesis I have about Pat McGrath, because there really isn't a lot of fallout, but I'm wondering if they would pop better with like something like a glitter glue. They already pop so much. Like, that's with nothing. That's amazing. So anyway, John Kuckian, I got so distracted just then because this palette's so pretty. John Kuckian came back with an apology video. He's been back for a minute, ever since the whole Jaclyn Hill thing started popping off, and you know he can't resist any chance to just drag Jaclyn Hill to filth. So he came back when that all happened. This is green from my alien makeover, so it's not really dirty. I just like can't do anything about it. So he's been back, but he came back with like an apology video, and I think like for a millisecond, I was almost like, ladies and gentlemen, like, we got him. Like, we got the Kuckian. Like, he's gonna apologize. He's gonna own up to the Peter thing. He's gonna own up to lying. Like, this is amazing. Like, maybe he's finally, after being away for so long, been able to introspect and see how awful what he was doing was. And that is not what happened. So John Kuckian likes to just rewrite history. First of all, that's so much more foiled and metallic with the glitter glue. But it's also like super subtle over here. It depends on what kind of look you want, I think. He just wants to like rewrite history. I'm gonna go in with this light shimmery shade to pretend like he didn't accuse Peter Mon of being a pedophile when he wasn't, and didn't accuse Peter Mon of sending him inappropriate text messages. He addressed the Tumblr and addressed how, like, he stood his ground on that. Like, he was like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there are so many videos discussing this whole thing, and I'm not gonna rehash everything that happened a couple of years ago just because it was so nutty. But John Kuckian accused Peter Mon of, like, being a pedophile, and because of a Tumblr, he accused him of, like, sexually harassing him and sending him, like, really unsolicited text messages that were overly sexual, and he provided screenshots and really claimed that this was true. And Peter Mon most people believed Peter Mon. I'm gonna go in with this bronze shade, put that on the edge, but some people didn't, and people still to this day will kind of talk crap about Peter Mon because of the allegations John Kuckian made. And I think a lot of people thought when they saw this apology that this was going to be him recounting that and saying, like, no, that wasn't true. But John Kuckian, I don't think he's changed in the slightest. I know he's claiming that he's changed. I don't think he has. I don't think he's changed at all. I think if he had changed, he would have been a bigger person and came on here and exposed all of the lies that he ever told, and he didn't. He just completely, like, ignored that he ever did that. He might not even remember doing that. He did so much shady stuff during this time. I feel like he might not even remember that he accused Peter Mon of those things. Like, who even knows what's going on in that boy's head? I'm just putting this on the lower lash line. It seems like even though he is, like, technically back doing drama, seems like nobody is really clicking on the videos. Everyone kind of knows what's up with this guy, and I think we just need to continue doing that. I talk about it a lot in my thoughts videos and my commentary videos, but I think we just, like, need to keep voting with our views and voting with our wallets, and just, like, even though I know when he posts a video like that, and after a year I fell for it. Like, I feel kind of dumb for seeing that. Normally when I see video titles like that from him, I just don't click on them anymore because I know that's what he wants. Like, I know he posted it so he would get views from it because people think he's gonna actually apologize, then he doesn't. But this time I was like, it's been like a year, maybe he really introspected, maybe he didn't. He just kept lying and twisting the narrative. So I more wanted to make this video as a reminder that he is still up to his typical BS. He's still up to it. There's really not much that has changed on that front. And honestly, like, if you see a video like that from him, don't even feel like you're gonna miss out if you don't click. Like, I promise you, you're not gonna miss out. I promise you it's gonna be misinformation and deflection. And I promise you, he has not changed when it comes to the lying and deceiving aspect of his life. I also think it'll be interesting to see if there's ever another launch for his makeup line. That's kind of what started my channel, and I know it's like every year around this time he launches something. So I'll be interested to see if he actually is able to pull off a third launch. My guess is no. I can't imagine that he recouped enough money and profit to actually make him be able to, like, be sustainable for multiple launches. I just can't really imagine that. I know he claimed that he's, like, somebody told me he's, like, going into skincare. It all just seems so, like, fake and weird, and, like, everything surrounding him is so strange. I find it's best to just, like, I checked in, I wanted to see if he had changed. In my opinion, I don't think he has. I don't think he's ready to take responsibility for all the bad things he's done. And that's that on that. It's kind of a Halloween-y look. That orange is really bright. I'm gonna throw in a lip gloss. I actually got this one. Jen Gerard from Gerard Cosmetics actually sent me, like, a giant package full of Gerard Cosmetics stuff, and I'm really excited about it. But she threw in these lip glosses. This is in the shade Skin. And I swear, I wish I could have captured my actual literal reaction when I opened this up, because I was like, oh, that's cute. It has, like, a little mirror, right? Like, that's cute. You open it up, it's got a light. It's literally, I don't know why I've never known this before. I don't know if you can actually see it because the lights are so bright, but it has little, like, LED lights. So when you point, you can see it on my face. When you point it at your lips, like if you're in the club partying, you could put it on and you can see yourself in the mirror. The innovation. I literally didn't know this existed, and I was like, I literally said to myself, I was like, this is the most innovative thing I've ever seen. Like, I love this. Oh, nice orange monochromatic vibe. So that's pretty much my thoughts on those things. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see the final look, and we will do our mandatory narcissistic montage, and then we'll be done with the video. so that is going to be it for me. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was interesting and a little bit of tea for your Tuesday. I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below, along with a link to register to vote. That's right. You can go vote. If you register, you have to go click my link down in the description, and it'll take you to go register to vote so you can vote in your local, state, and federal elections. Also, if you think you're registered to vote, double check, because I guess some people think they're registered and then they aren't, and then it comes time to vote and it's too late. And also, if you live in a different country and that link does not apply to you, please make sure you are doing what you can to participate in your country, make your country a better place, use your voice in a positive way. That's what we're all about. The world needs it, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!